Hey everyone, this is John. I'm the inspector with Look and See Home Inspections. I was the one that went out to your home this morning to do the home inspection. And just want to let you know that the report's going to be coming to you here in a few minutes. But when you get that report, one of the things that everybody does is they look at that report and they see, wow, all these deficiencies, deficiency. The house is actually in really good shape. Don't let those deficiencies fool you for the number of them that are on there. See, in Texas, even if it's a minor thing, we've got to mark it down as a deficiency as much as a major thing. Of course, there are some things that are more concerning than what others are. So that's what I wanted to kind of go over with you, and that's why I'm doing this video, so you'd have a chance and be able to actually explain to you as far as what are some concerns. So the home inspection reports in Texas, they're broke down into 5 different categories. And those 5 different categories are structure, electrical, heating, cooling, ventilation, plumbing, and appliances. Okay? And then within those major sections, there's going to be subsections that are in there as well. So the first one, the foundation, is part of the structure, but your foundation is fantastic. Did not see any kind of problems with shifting in the ground around that area. I drove around the neighborhood a little bit before I went to the house to actually see what the streets and sidewalks are like, because that's always an indication if there's a lot of ground movement or if there will be structural problems in the future. Everything looks absolutely fantastic. It usually takes about 6 to 10 years for a house to settle. The house is 2014, so we're at 6 years old. So we're in really good shape. The foundation did not have any kind of cracks. The floors were not uneven. All the doors and windows are opened. So we're good to go as far as the foundation is. The other thing that's always concerned is when it rains, where's that water go? And this house, it has really, really good draining around the house to make the water flow away from the house. So you're not going to have to worry about any kind of water intrusion during when it rains heavy or thunderstorms or things like that. There is something that is of concern though that's related to the structure, and that is the roof. When I had to fly my drone over the roof because the roof is just too steep, 2 stories tall for me to be able to get onto the roof itself. But on the back side of that roof, after I got back home and looked at those pictures, I did notice there's a cracked shingle near a vent pipe on the back. And there's a picture of it in the report for you. And then also I noticed that there are some bulging shingles, or the shingles are roof is a little bit wavy. That's kind of an indication that maybe there's excessive heat buildup in the attic maybe. I'm not 100% sure on that. That's not an area of expertise that I'm in. But it is something that would be worth looking into. Now today, I can't tell because it was 60 degrees outside when I went into the attic, and the temperature in the attic was nearly that same temperature, which is a good thing. But June, July, August, September, when it's really, really hot here, there might be a lot of heat that builds up into the attic, and that's easily to be corrected with a little bit more ventilation. But that is something that should be looked into. In the meantime, I do recommend that the cracked shingles and the shingles that are loose up there on the ridge, they go ahead and get corrected, because over time that shingle could let loose with a strong wind or something, and that's cause water to come in. So we want to get that taken care of. The other thing that is concerned that really surprises me is that the house is missing a drip edge flashing. And that's flashing that goes up underneath of the shingle and overlays the drip edge, which is that small board that's right underneath the shingles. Why this is important is because wind-driven rain without that piece of flashing on there will get up underneath of the shingles to the edge of the decking and then cause water to flow back behind the fascia board of the eaves board, and then eventually that could cause some wood deterioration that could happen in that area. Flashing is something that roofing companies have always required, and the federal government has put it in the building code as of 2012. The house was built in 2014. I'm not really sure why there's no flashing, drip edge flashing on the roof, but that is something that should be looked into as well. Going up into the attic of the house, everything seems to be structurally sound there. You got attic insulation, 10 to 12 inches of it. It's blown insulation, looks good, looks evenly distributed, so I don't think you'll have any issues there. The structure of the roof trusses up there all look good and solid, so I don't see any kind of problems there. The ductwork up there all looks good, so I don't see any problems with that. Your walls, the floors, the ceilings, all those things look really good. There's one thing that I don't want anybody to forget about when you move into the house, and that is this handrail on the back porch. What's happened is the handrails become loose. There's a bolt that's coming out, real easy to be able to fix, but if it's forgotten about, one of these days that bolt could work its way out and then the handrail give way if somebody leans on it, and that would not be a good thing. So we want to get that taken care I did check the electrical panels. We're good to go there. Everything is good and sound. I checked all the light switches. I checked the majority of the receptacles that are there. Everything is operating as it should. The GFCIs all work like they're supposed to. The house does have AFCI breakers in the bedrooms, which is a good thing, so that we don't have to worry about fires or anything like that in there, electrical fires or anything like that happening, because those breakers will prevent that from happening. So the house is equipped with those. So that's a nice, good safety device that's on there. One thing that I would encourage you to take a look at, and that is the smoke detector and carbon monoxide detectors. So they're all in one carbon monoxide smoke detector units. The problem is that the National Fire Safety Council recommends the replacement of carbon monoxide detectors every 5 years and smoke detectors every 10 years. So we're at the 6-year mark, and it would be a good time to replace and add with new carbon monoxide detectors in the house. The problem is they're an all-in-one unit. They're not very expensive to buy them individually. You only need probably about 3 of them in the house. One near the downstairs bedroom, one to the upstairs bedrooms where those are at, and then one in the main living area. And the whole idea of this is whenever you've got combustible fuels burning in the house, such as gas stoves and things like that, you want to be able to have a carbon monoxide detector in the actual house. So those should be something to take a look at. Heating and air conditioning systems, those look good. Temperature was right where it needed to be, so I could test the air conditioning and the heating today. You got air in all the rooms, ventilation, cool air coming in, as well as the heating coming in. As always, recommend at least twice a year having a HVAC technician come by and go ahead and just do a biannual checkup on the unit and stuff, because just aging and things along that line. Regarding the plumbing, your toilets work great, your faucets are okay, not a problems there. There is high water pressure coming into the house, though. That is something that should be looked into. Pretty much a plumber can take care of it. It's a special type of wrench that's used on the pressure relief valve that's outside by the meter to be able to go ahead and turn that and to make an adjustment there. What happens if you have too high of water that comes in, it actually will cause stress on the valves inside of the house and then cause them to prematurely age, which just costs more money to have those things fixed. So turn down the water pressure a little bit to the house and you'll be good to go. The other thing that is something that needs to be looked into, and that is the master bathroom shower. It's a nice, beautiful tile shower, big, lots of room. The problem is all tile, all grout over time needs to be resealed and it begins to crack. And it's no different with this house, being that it's 6 years old. So there's some of the grouting in there needs to be resealed, or what they call point and tuck on that actual grout. Something simple, handyman would be able to take care of. If you don't do that, coming from my background in home improvements and kitchen and bathroom remodeling and stuff, usually what ends up happening, we ended up having those customers not because of appearance, but because they're taking a shower and tiles falling off the wall. They didn't take care of the cracks in the grout, water gets behind there, and then it ends up causing water damage behind it, causing the tiles to release. So make sure that you always get those cracks in the grout sealed up. And then depending on how harsh you clean it and chemicals that you use, go ahead and seal up the grout and tile once a year or twice a year, depending on how harsh you are as far as the cleaning goes. It's not a real big deal. It's a liquid that's all watery. You put it on a sponge, you wipe it all over the walls and stuff, and then it seals up, and then you walk away from it for in a couple of hours, it seals up. So it only takes a couple hours to be able to do the whole process. Not a real big deal. In the meantime, if you've got any questions, please reach out to me. If you're looking for a home inspector in Comal County, Bexar County, New Braunfels, San Antonio, surrounding areas and stuff, my name is John Sampson. Give me a call direct, 210-488-5879. And if you're looking for a realtor in the area, I want to give a shout out to Jose Angel. If you need a realtor, somebody who really cares about their clients, give him a call. He's with the Ninja team with Keller Williams Realty Heritage. And he's done a fantastic job. Love his profile that's online. And if you need a realtor to talk with and that can really help you out, speak Spanish, as well as being able to take care of his clients, he's the person to give a call. His phone number is 830-542-2179. Again, Jose Angel with Keller Williams Realty Heritage. He's on the Ninja team. And his phone number is 830-542-2179. Appreciate it very much. Thanks for having me come out there and take a look at your the property to help you make a good buying decision.